Hello, my name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ritual League 3.13. In this episode, I'm going to be going over my Animate Guardian. So, there's been a lot of questions like, yo, what's the AG, and what do you put on it, and how can I use it? So, it's been a while since I posted my last AG video, and it is a lot easier and a lot simpler, and a lot I can help you guys. So here we go. Let's just get straight into it. These were the comments. Tons of comments relating to the Animate Guardian. There's even some with AG. This is just searching Animate Guardian. And then this is recent. And this is just YouTube comments, not counting. I stream 12 to 14 hours a day. And I get so many questions about the Animate Guardian. And I'll be able to update my command to this video. That's really good because I have all this stuff already prepared. So here we go. This is a Path of Building. If you guys don't know what this is, it's how you can see the stats for minions. So, first of all, I want to show you guys the Animate Guardians. So we should start with the baseline so you understand what we're starting with. So in here, I have given myself an Animate Guardian, no skill tree, and then I go into the calculations, and you can show the minion stats of the Animate Guardian, and you can see that the Animate Guardian has 40 resistance and 20 chaos. So then this is like a zombie. This is just like a zombie. So it needs exactly the same amount as a zombie. So in our build, my main zombie build, skeleton build, all that, my main just mass summoner build, I run this amount of resistances. So with resistances from the skill tree, I made a specific skill tree that just has the resistances. So it has the Indomitable Army for 15, Sacrifice for 10, and the Grave Intentions 20 chaos res, 8 LE, 8 chaos, and 10 LE, and 10 chaos. When you then look back at the stats, you'll see that your Animate Guardian is over cap by 8, and the chaos is under cap by 17. Because you'll want to get the chaos to 75. This is with this skill tree with all of the res. You cannot get any more. So you can cap the resistance, and you can almost get there on the chaos. So then, people always ask, well, what do you actually put on it, dude? Well, for my build, really all you need technically is 17 chaos res, and this thing is gonna be a god. Then my next recommendation is 27 elemental res of each type, and your guardian will also be immune to elemental weakness, which I think could be really helpful to stop him from getting randomly one-shotted from some weird encounter that you weren't watching for because it's so rare. But it could happen, and that you don't want a Russian roulette like a 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000. It'll eventually happen, and it'll die. So if you do my builds, then they will survive more because we thought of that. So it's pretty simple actually in my build. When you look at it just with the base skill tree, you're like, wow, that's not bad. That's pretty good, and you just need 17 chaos. So then the item set that I recommend, I actually put it in this POB as well, and so. The weapon is utility. The chestplate is utility. This is not for survival. This is the utility expensive items that we buy because they're so good. On this item, oh yeah, so I also pulled up side thing. On this comment page, I have every single item searched up. So I show you how to search for them and what you can search for and their prices currently. And then I put them in the Path of Building 2 to show you their effect. So first I'm going to show you the effect, and then I'll go through the prices and how to look for them. So this is the Kingmaker. It gives permanent Fortify for nearby allies. The Animate Guardian does not get Fortify though. It also gives permanent Culling Strike, and it also gives 50 crit multi. The chestplate, that's the helmet. I looked for nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage and an open suffix, and then I crafted lightning and chaos res because of the reses. I'll show you at the after the reses. For the chestplate, I show two options. There's really like a third one, but I didn't put it in. Wait. There it is. Nearby enemies are blinded is a fine option for a chest plate. It's like a budget version if the Garb of the Ephemeral was expensive, but Cortex is being spammed in it because of the really broken Atlas stuff. So Garb of the Ephemeral is cheaper. I'll show you the price after. It's pretty cheap. It's not too bad. Under an X. And so this gives nearby enemies cannot deal crits, and your allies cannot be reduced below, like their action speed can't be slowed. So that's cool against like temp chains and other action speed slows. The anti-crit is the main reason we use this chest plate. The other option is the Saintly Chainmail, and it's nearby enemies are blinded, so this makes you obviously evade, and you can't use this with Unwavering Stance. So for a long time, it was basically my budget Flesh and Stone, because Flesh and Stone on the Sand Stance gives you blind, so it's like that. So nearby enemies are blinded, or anti-crit. I go for anti-crit now, so I upgraded, but I started with the blind. The glove, I look for the curse, corruption, so this is an implicit. I'll show you how to search for it after. But curse enemies with vulnerability on hit, that's the main thing I'm looking for. And then I looked for like an elemental resistance. I got fire res here, 31, pretty good. So then that's one of the ones I don't have to worry about for the elemental weakness that I told you about. You only have to worry about that on the rare items. So like open suffix on the helmet with the nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage, so you can get the craft of lightning and chaos, for example, or fire and chaos, or cold and chaos, which you get these from June Unveils, this craft. And this helmet is an item level 85 Elder helmet base. Technically craftable with Harvest using physical mod crafting. It shouldn't be that bad. It's mostly the base. The boots is 30% move speed, and I told you just need about 27 cold res, and then I crafted lightning and chaos. So then you'll see that the two crafts of lightning and chaos across 2 items made it so I have the cap on my lightning as well, and that's 30 chaos, so that's enough. I'll take myself over on that too. So let's switch the item set from default no gear to Animate Guardian gear set. Boom. So you go over cap on everything, so your elemental weakness immune, and then 75 chaos, done. And just a quick, let me go down. These are the stats with no skill tree. No ascendancy. And then you add all the stuff we add. And then I thought of it eventually, like, oh, you also have the minion life helmet, the +3, the plus levels from the wands and the amulet and blah, blah. It's so insane, dude. It's so good. Dude, imagine an Animate Guardian build at this point, because we're so good at making it survive. We understand. Yo, block. Imagine the block Guardian. Anyways. This is pretty cool. This is to catch people up with the Animate Guardian. Now let's get them caught up with how to actually search for it. We got the Kingmaker, 57 seat. We got the Garb of the Ephemeral. It's only 60, 65, 68. This nearby enemies are blinded is 1 seat, and the extra benefit is you get armor, and then you also get open mods suffix. You could look for extra reses, so you make it easier to get the other items. So you could literally go for just nearby enemies take 9%, just the curse vulnerability, just maybe move speed life, so you don't have to, or chaos, whatever you need. But point is, the chest plate can make it easier, but this Garb of the Ephemeral anti-crit is amazing. It's a budget breastdome. And then the helmet went for the nearby enemies take 9% increased physical damage. It was 54, 55, 60. And the other option was going for an 85 Elder helmet. And you search this, and then you would craft this with physical mods from the Harvest. So that's pretty easy. Then we have this glove, so you can search for an implicit curse enemies with vulnerability gloves, and then I scrolled down, I skipped all that, and I went for the rare one with fire res, like I said, 40C. There's a bunch. There's actually just an absolute bunch, and you would look through them. Maybe you even just... Okay. 38 lightning. 45 lightning. It's pretty easy. 20. That's not too bad. 22. Because we only needed 27 in the build. In the current thing. There's also ways to maybe possibly min-max this in the future. But I'm going to be putting out like a build guide for where my build's currently at, so people have like, because this build feels fucking amazing and I'm so happy with it, where I want people to be able to experience this, and then I'll take it to the next step and keep min-maxing it basically. But yeah, and then the boot, I looked for 30 move speed, 70 life, and I did a count for one of the reses, which decided which one I crafted on the other stuff with the open suffix. I searched for not corrupted too, so that I could actually craft, and then I also looked for open suffix, but it's evasion, and it was cold, and I was like, maybe I could do better. Then I got this one. Yeah, get some armor. Then there was this one all the way down here, but it was cold, and lots of good options. 5C, it's super insane. So that's how you would look for all the Animate Guardian items and why you need them, because really you needed the 17 Chaos, and then I recommend the extra Elemental Res, so he's Elemental Weakness immune, and then your Animate Guardian is going to be pretty fucking good with our build. I hope this helps you for even other builds that you do, because if this isn't a thing, if the things I showed you here are not a thing, it's bait. Your Animate Guardian is going to die to weird shit that mine at least thought of. And mine hasn't died yet, so feels good, man! Either way, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon, my YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys, so thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to anyone new who joins the Patreon or the YouTube members today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!